And there we go. Let's see if everything works. Yep, looks fine to me. So as the title says, going to do some British battleships in the hopes of grinding Hood eventually. Going to take a while. I haven't really played too many blue water ships since the update hit, so quite rusty, and especially when it comes to battleships. Well, time to invite people that wants to play, I guess. Wasn't Mai going to join us? Let me just quickly check again. Okay, and Sky is going to join as well, I think. Is he online? Not... Well, he's in battle at the moment. Hello there. Oh boy, okay. So Sky, Halo, and Mag, there he is. Hopefully press battles. I think Sky's still in this game. Yeah. I'll just wait for that. Well, can send him an invite already. I'll just wait a moment. At least I still have a lot of spading to do. Invincible is alright, but Dreadnought and Colossus are both bone stock, so that's going to be an experience. Okay, Sky's going to... Okay, I can do one without him then. Off we go then. Truck invites, yes. And off we go. I think, yeah, I'm going to first spawn Colossus because it's most efficient for getting Hood. I'm going to first spawn Colossus, then Dreadnought, and then Invincible. I'm still not entirely sure how to really play these battleships. I never know what shell to load for them. Yes, Colossus and Dreadnought are both stock. Like, Colossus I haven't played, and Dreadnought has one game in it, I think. Or maybe two. Let me just check. I've played a battle in Dreadnought in... Yeah, I've played one in arcade. It's literally one battle in Dreadnought and that's it. We're having quite a long queue as well now. Yeah, I've been playing Invincible a bit at purely 6-3, like I have a lineup for it with just Invincible and a bunch of backups, as you can see. And it's been going alright before the update hit. After, like, the few days after the update hit, so many battleships out there, just so many. And when you're playing a 6.3 battlecruiser, it really is not fun. So I've kind of been avoiding battleships for that reason, and focusing on some more lower tier stuff and coastal stuff. But it's been a week, 2 weeks. And you can ask a question about any ship on the stream. So just ask ahead. Invincible has been going well for me as well, Phil. When I played it at just 6-3, it's been going alright. As I said before the update. After the update I just got pure battleship matches and it was oof. Yeah. I literally haven't been playing Blue Water ships at all since the update, except the only Blue Water ships I've played was Suzuya to get the anti-air shells on it. And then I played like one match of my Japanese destroyers. That's all the Blue Water I played since the update. Other than that, I've just been playing purely the Isuzu, trying to get that new Japanese destroyer slash frigate. And that's been going alright. Just a bit slow. Speaking of slow, we're just not getting any matches, are we? Oh boy. Okay, really? A full BB game? Jesus. Like, I wouldn't even know what to do in a full battleship game, what to shoot at. Especially with these stock ships. No, La Manche, not the best. Could be worse. We've got some cruisers at least. Yeah, Eugen as a premium ship. I would say it's not actually that bad of a premium ship. I would say that it's not really not that bad of a premium ship.
Gunners are searching for
it's just targets. It has the reputation of getting ammo racked relatively easily, especially if you don't angle properly. But when it comes to German premiums, I mean, it's alright. It's either that or the Karlsruhe. And I think the Eugen is a bit better than the Karlsruhe. I would just say, like... I don't have the Eugen or the Hipper myself, so I don't actually really know the weaknesses of it. Except from every now and then facing them. But basically you just want to be as angled as possible at all times. I'll try to turn away from the Kalashnikov because I'm gonna keep getting hit by it. Oh boy, fire. What did I get hit by for my compartment to be knocked out by that like that? Ah, the Congo. That makes sense. That fire is going to... yeah, it's knocked out my rear turret, so that might actually detonate me if I'm not careful. Yeah, this spawn in the Colossus is not going to last very long. I can already tell. Why is my map so zoomed in? Yep, there I go. Fire burned down the ammo racks. Fun.
Gunners are searching for airborne targets.
I mean, yeah, the the Eugen is just a bit of a weird ship, and heavy cruisers. I think heavy cruisers definitely still have a place, although it's not exactly the best anymore. But they're not too bad. It's light cruisers more that I find have a bit of a worse spot now. But I'd consider a heavy cruiser still worth getting.
Gunners are searching for airborne targets. Gunners are searching for surface targets.
And it's just... You have to compare the Eugen to what other premiums the Germans get, and the only one at that tier, at that BR as well, is the Karlsruhe, which certainly is not as good as an Eugen. And whilst it is on sale, you might as well pick it up now, if you really want a premium for Germany.
Commencing attack.
You know what, I'm just going to beat that as Congo as well. That's just an Eugen or a Hipper, whatever. I think they only have that Congo as a battleship at the moment. As far as I can tell.
Destroy the target.
That Congo's almost dead, so that's good. That's probably going to finish. Yeah, that's going to finish it off. Bit of a shame I lost my Colossus that quickly, but I will. Still have to spade the Dreadnought as well. They changed this little green marker this update. It feels a lot more snappier. But I kind of don't like it. I kind of don't like the fact that it's so much more snappier. Because I can't really judge quite where the distance is for where it's locked on. Because what I used to do, I used to judge if I could see like the two lines at the waterline. But now you no longer can't, because look, so I think that's the where I need to hit. But if I scroll down by almost a kilometer, it's barely moved. And I think it used to be a lot more sensitive before. 5-7? Like, 5-7 I think is a doable BR. Although you have all these zombies running around kind of ruining the fun, but that's for everybody really. Just think like... I still think 5-7 is fine. And I think the Eugen is going to be an alright premium. Like, if you want a premium for German ships, if you just want to grind the German 3 with a premium, you might as well get the Eugen, especially now that's on sale. It just has a very obvious weak spot in the front that you need to keep an eye on. But even that weak spot isn't really that fatal most of the time. Iron, where is it? There it is. Those shells are way short. Not quite enough lead. Well, too much lead actually. Need to give it less. Gotta slow down to just not ram into the zipper. Or well, Eugen. When did I start shooting? Oh, there's 2 Bayerns. Ah, that doesn't help. I think I'm going to start shooting a few of these cruisers to just thin them out a bit. Like that. Oh, that Bayern is flooding like crazy, okay. Nice. There is a second one though. Is it behind the Eugen? Yeah, it is. Right there. Second Bayern. I think I detonated something on that Bayern over there that I sank. Because I did see a very large explosion when I shot it. That was too much lead, damn it. I need to really use the rearranging shot a lot more on battleships. Although the Bayern just sitting there. I have to mute myself for a second. Jesus. Okay. So I guess I'll just try and break this Bayern as well. That's probably a Von der Tan. That's a Congo. And a bunch of cruisers.
Somebody attack him!
I'll say this, if you want to learn naval, play coastal. Genuinely play coastal. I still think that playing low-tier coastal and just learning it that way gets you the best introduction to naval. Also, these people sitting broadside, it's because they're not actual people. That's a whole different subject, really. Like, you see this guy firing his anti-air guns like in second or 2 second bursts. That's because he's running a bot program. Probably the same for this guy. Look at when you see the main guns firing in weird patterns, or even the secondary guns firing in weird patterns. It's though. When you see the main guns like shooting at different targets, it means they're not an actual player. Because they're... oh boy, I'm getting shot at by the Congo again. And with no FP, that's going to hurt. Like, if you have full matches of actual humans, they don't sit broadside on, just shooting at everything. Believe me. The Congo has a fast reload. Or I just have a slow reload, it could be that. Let's turn away more than I'm blocking the line of sight from my frontmost turret. And there I go. I'm wrecked. I think there was a torpedo detonating even. Let's see if I could maybe bomb something, shall I? Let's put it on a second fuse. Now the Congo is not exactly a good target to bomb, but the Byron is if it's still up. The Byron only has 288s. So where would the Byron be if it's still alive? I've got a Tempest for ages. What do you mean, when did I get a Tempest? Got the feeling you forget that I do actually play Britain quite a bit. Sky. Is that the Byron? Okay. I don't actually know where to bomb a Byron. But I guess the frontal magazine will work. If that cruiser's not going to slap me out of the air. Well, I think it's firing sap at me with its secondaries. And not HEVT. No, the Byron's dead, so I don't have to shoot it anymore. Try to bomb it. Oh no, that one's still alive. Hold on. Let's try this. I would like to have air brakes for this, but beggars can't be choosers. Nope, that thing's dead. That thing is definitely dead. Then why did it get a hit marker there? That's a battleship and bomb. I think that's the Von der Tann. I think it's sprayed down by whatever those anti-airs are. And bombs away. Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one. That netted his torpedoes there. But I did lose my engine. But I can make it out. I think. I do have a runway over there. probably miles away. I don't think this engine's going to make that. Or that way. Yeah, that went about as well as expected. Where is this runway? There it is. But I don't think this engine's going to last, or this match is even going to last before I reach it. I mean, the different ship classes definitely act differently, but not quite in the way you'd expect, like when you come from World of Warships. How do I best explain this? It's because the matchmaking here isn't really mixing the ship classes altogether. You have destroyers then transitioning into light cruisers, and then heavy cruisers, then battleships. And I think... But it still suggests trying... Like, if you want to have that mix of classes, really coastal... You'd be surprised how good coastal would be for that. Where you have a mix of heavier, slower gunboats, faster torpedo boats, faster gunboats. It's just that the BR brackets is rather compressed for coastal. Also, do keep in mind that what I'm playing is realistic. Well, realistic battles. And playing Naval Arcade is a whole different ballgame. Like, it's completely different if you were to play Naval Arcade, and I don't really have too much experience in that. Guy can join. Where is he? There he is. How'd they actually get out of the match? Not the worst amount of RP for a defeat. I'm not going to like it when I run out of free repairs for these ships. I can already tell. All battleships repair costs are rather stupid, really, Phil. All of them. It's just these... I don't see how Dreadnought battleships can be 6-7 together with stuff like Hood, Scharnhorst, Congo, Hyuga. Perskaya Kimuna as well. Why? I guess you could say it's player stats, yeah. Yeah. I mean, The British battleships aren't that bad because of their HE, right? They're really decent high explosive shells, for what I remember. What was that? Yeah, 53 kilograms of TNT equivalent. That's a hefty shell. Going back to that comment about, like, I get why boats with machine guns don't sound interesting, but genuinely it is the best way to learn naval if you don't have any, if you've never played it. It'll teach you a lot about how the guns behave in naval here. Teach you a lot how to lead, how to adjust for your own maneuvering, how to dodge incoming shells, how to angle even, how to position yourself. Like, you can learn that much better in Coastal because matches are fast, gameplay is fast, the ships are fast, so you can experiment a lot with it. In comparison to destroyers, if you don't know what you're doing, you are going to get your ass handed to you in a destroyer. Even by some coastal vessels if you're not careful enough. Like, the number of times I've been in a coastal vessel rushing a destroyer and them just missing me because they don't quite understand the aiming system or quite understand how to dodge or how to evade incoming threats. I have torpedoed ships I had no right of torpedoing, basically. Is HMS Churchill even available for new naval players anymore? I thought they completely, basically removed it in favor for the Vega. I don't know if you can still get Churchill or not. Yeah, Thales was hidden. Like, I'm trying to remember the time when I actually spaded Churchill, and I remember really not liking it. That frontal 4-inch gun is just incredibly inaccurate. I think I did, yeah, I thought it was Vega. Like, before the beta, I was kind of confused about no Vega. I did actually get myself the Montgomery as well, because I think they removed it as well with the Verdun. So I just got it for, you know, for collection's sake. Gotta get these, yeah. I still actually haven't played the Cadiz. I don't really want to either. I don't have anything to do with it, really. Ah, yeah. Well, when I do remember when spading the Churchill eons ago that I did basically just use it as a large sub chaser. I just used a 20 on the rear of it and went and fought coastal vessels with it. Because why not? Speaking of which, and that's definitely something I have to do on and do finally make a video on this update, is these two sub chasers now have the complex damage model for blue water vessels, and they're really tanky. Well, the one I faced was really tanky. There's also a few more coastal vessels that got the complex damage model. I think it was these two, the Isles and the Flower class. It's the Peacock and the Orla as well. And the Spey. The Spey got it as well, I think. As well as, was it the German Albatross? The Albatross and Buzzard also got the complex damage model, I think. I'm not quite sure. Jesus, isn't he? Okay. It seems that the matchmaking is having fun with us. Just waiting. Oh, did the Italian Albatross also... Is that new? Didn't the Italian Albatross always have the complex damage model? The first thing first, right? Yes, this waiting time is long now, but do remember that War Thunder, when trying to find matches, especially in a 4-man squad, tries to at least have a 3-man squad on the enemy team. That's why this queue is taking so long. If I was playing on my own, the queue would be much shorter. Do keep that in mind. And when I say matches with real players, there's a current... How do you call it? A problem in War Thunder Naval where real player accounts are running bot programs. We've been calling them zombies to just try and distinguish them between actual bots and these players running bot accounts. And there's nothing we can really do about them. So when you kill them, you still get the reward for killing an actual player, so that's nice. But these zombies only spawn in once, sail in pretty much straight lines, and use the AI to fire their main guns. So they're incredibly brain dead and don't really contribute to anything. Which is rather annoying. But you do see matches which are pretty full of actual players pretty often. It's just these zombies are currently populating a lot of premium cruisers and a handful of premium destroyers. So if you go like below... like 4-3 and below, you don't see these zombies too often, I think. Technically, you should be, if you go below 4.0, you're not going to see them at all, these zombies. Because they're only like in Moffats. Are they in 4.7 premiums? I don't actually know. You only really see them in Moffats as premium destroyers? And then basically all premium cruisers. It is rather odd for this matchmaking to take this long though, even with a 4-man squad. Or with this many people online. But like, if you get matches where the majority are actual humans at the helm, if you don't angle, if you don't like position yourself well, you will get melted down in seconds, if not even just minutes. Sometimes seconds. And it's ooh boy. Like that's the main difference between an actual human and these zombies, is the accuracy of the main gunfire. And of course the positioning. Like these zombies will just sail straight down the middle of the map firing their AI guns at anything. But an actual human might sit behind an island really far away and just hammer you constantly. It's something. Oh, no problem. Just ask away as much as you like. Yes, we're having excellent naval gameplay at the moment. Well, according to Ash, anyways. Oh, those random letter guys. Those are different. Those are a different kind of bots. Those random letter people. Because they can actually be dangerous. They seem to be far more accurate with their main guns, from what I remember. But you don't see too many of them recently. Compared to the zombie horde, at least. Also, I really need to unequip these torpedoes on these ships. Because I think I just lost my dreadnought to a torpedo being detonated, so I'm not going to take any losses. Because these torpedoes to begin with aren't good enough. And I'm not going to get in within torpedo range, really. Congo or Bayern? Overall, I'd say the Congo is better just because of the speed and the anti-air capability. But Bayern has some very mean guns. With a relatively fast rate of fire. I think it has a top reload of, was it 26 or 28 seconds for those 15-inch guns? But I think the 15-inch guns are filler-wise roughly similar to the Japanese 14-inch. But they do have much higher pen. But I think between the two, I would pick Congo just because of the speed and anti-air. Because Bayern has neither of those. I don't think they'd ever ditch Naval. It is... You would be surprised at how much money they can milk out of Naval. Like... How many people do you think genuinely day one just bought a Hood? There were quite a few people just day one spent a lot of money getting a new ship. There's still a lot of people buying premium cruisers, buying new ships, you know? I don't think they'd ever just get rid of it. If there is one thing to get rid of it, it might be coastal. Genuinely. If there is ever a thing to get rid of. But then again, you have to deal with the backlash because people did invest money into coastal. So I don't think they'll ever get rid of anything like that. Good to see you again, French car, and yes, the French Navy not being here is still a crime. Ooh. I do have the Congo myself, but I've never gotten around to spading it yet. I don't really want to spade it yet. Like, part of me wants to spade my Congo just so I have a spaded Congo. But part of me just wants to wait for the next Japanese ship so I can research it more quickly. Another battery, yes, I am having decent. Well, we are having a decent stream, but the matchmaking queue is having a laugh by the looks of it. I probably should cancel and retry it. 15 minutes. This is quite unusual though, especially for this time of day. If we don't get a match in another 15 minutes, I'll have to think of something else. I might actually jump down to 6-3, or I might actually have to... If we don't get a match in the next 15 minutes, I might just not squad anymore. Because it's getting a bit ridiculous. Oh well. I'll give it 4 minutes instead of a full 15. 4 more minutes. No, Mixed Nations doesn't do anything for Naval RB. Because there is no nation-based matchmaking in Naval at all. So it really doesn't matter. It's just, when you have a full squad, the matchmaker tries to find another squad of at least 3 people. And that can take quite a while. I think for smaller squads it will just give up after a while, but I think for 4-mans it tries to at least find another squad. And that might be the thing that's giving us a bit of trouble. I think I'll just ban the squad and just play. Because this is going to take way too long. So just disband the squad and play. Because I think we're going to run into the same problem even with a 3-man squad. Because the last battle took us a few minutes to get into as well. Now, it would be funny if this didn't actually help and I still sat here for 15 minutes. Well, funny for me, not so funny for the people watching, I guess. But oh well, that does happen. Yeah, sure, I could have switched to arcade, but I cannot play arcade, man. Especially not in Battleships this expensive. I am not going to play arcade. It's such a different kind of game, Naval Arcade. Because you have to actively worry about really fast torpedoes and gas aircraft. Because aircraft in arcade battles get a reload in midair. And there we go, found a match. Norway, okay, this is going to be difficult. Because we only have one spawn point. And we're basically forced to broadside each other. Although I usually just turn away here and then turn in. But I didn't think that might actually... Will that actually work in Battleship? I'm not sure. Oh, might as well try.
Gunners are searching for airborne targets.
Ah, there's Sky. Who do we have? Who do we have? Sky's here at least. He's at least not on the enemy team, thank God. Oh, there's Stepper. We don't have an awful lot of battleships, which is kind of concerning. I might actually park here because I can get all 5 of my gun turrets on target. Well, once, so I think I'm just going to stay here. That is a Hugo, which I think I'm going to focus first. I mean, you can make that much from a battle, as well with a premium account at least. But yeah, it's a hefty repair cost to pay, but you can make that amount of money. Well, make that amount of SL. That smoke screen is a bit annoying, but well, I can deal with it. I do need to turn though because I got slightly nudged and it nudged my guns off target. That does not inspire confidence, seeing a Brooklyn just parked on an island. But oh well. I have my mouse wheel bound to that hole. Let me just fire my next few shells and I'll show you. I have in... is it my controls, I think? Here. Mouse wheel to distance correction. Also, did I just... Yikes! I detonated him with high explosive. But yeah, in controls, it is distance correction mouse wheel. This. In camera control. Oh, now that actually, I think Battleship also have lower SL modifiers, don't they? That's 900%. Do I have a... I don't have a cruise to look at, but I'll look at it in light after this battle. But I think they actually have lower SL modifiers than some cruisers, battleships. My zoom in is just right mouse button. I don't quite know where in controls that is. Is it probably in camera control? Common, probably. It's somewhere in there, but it's just my right mouse button that I zoom in. Which means that I only have zoomed out and zoomed in and no in between, but it works. There's a Bayern again.
Take him down.
I don't have line of sight on the Bayern, so I'll have to deal with it. I need to move a bit ahead because the island is blocking my shot.
Thank you.
There is a Bayern out there, he is. So let's just move a little bit further forward so we can get around this island.
Thank you very much.
Well, Sky said he needed the Bayern dead, so I'm going to shoot the Bayern first. There we go.
Gunners are searching for surface targets. Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
Ooh, North Dakota. But wasn't it just a guy that was like in a Brooklyn parked into the island? He's now in North Dakota. Also, getting hit markers when you're getting shot at by a friendly is really confusing. Go forward a bit more because I am stuck behind this island again. He's going to reverse into me, which is not going to help because it will knock my guns off. You know what? Full steam ahead. We're getting around this corner. Because I'm going to get in the way of this North Dakota if I don't go. And Sky got killed by something else. Looks of it. Yeah, I'm just going to start pushing, I think. Try and deal with this Bayern first, I guess, with my just high explosive.
Fire on board.
Yeah, that hurt. I still don't have FP, so yeah. What magazine did that even detonate? Well, time to bomb him, I guess. That'll be a better idea than trying to fight it one-on-one with another battleship. It does have the caliber on me. Where is the Bayern in this bunch? Oh, never mind, it's already dead. Then I go for the Marlborough, which is right over there. It depends. It depends on what targets I go for. Usually, personally, I go for lighter targets myself as well. But because my dude here said I need help with the Bayern, I shot the Bayern. Bayern's respawned apparently, but that's he's going to have to deal with that himself. I'm going to deal with the Marlborough. I really shouldn't be climbing too much in the Tempest, because again I don't have dive brakes, so I need to be careful of that. As well as his AI Convoy fleet. So got throttle. Careful of the anti-air shells. Because if I get hit by one shell, it is going to spell my doom. And I think I'm going to slam it right for the rear turrets. There we go. Now get the heck out of dodge. Airfield is right there, so I should be able to get airborne again relatively quickly. You need to slow down though, because I'm not landing at this speed. Not quite yet, come on. Still going a bit fast, but I should be able to bleed speed with these landing flaps. Yeah, it is alright now. Bit too slow actually. Oop. We're fine. We're fine. And there we go. If that Bayern's still up, I'm probably going to bomb it next, because it has very little anti-air, although it is covered in anti-air cruisers in the area. But I should be able to get past them. I think. That or should maybe actually attack the convoy instead of going for a battleship. Got 12 minutes left there. Let's just get airborne. There we go. Do mark the Bayern again if you see it, because I do need to know where it is. I think that might be... What's over there? Now what's...
Attack the enemy.
There, okay. He does have some escorts with him though, so that's going to be a nuisance.
Affirmative.
I think... Is the Bayern the rear one or the front one? I think it's... No, it's the rear one, definitely. The front one is a cruiser. It's going to make this a bit annoying. Because I have a lot of anti-air ships currently, and I have to try and sneak my way in between them. There's an anti-air ship there, there's an escort with the Bayern, it's dead, never mind. Then what's the one in front? Is that thingy-mabob again in the Marlborough? Might be. I could bomb from high altitude, but for me to be out of range for anti-air guns, I have to be 5 kilometers up. And I'm not hitting anything at 5 kilometers up. I am not, at least. Not with these kind of bombs. That and dive bombing is so much more fun. I am sorry for what I'm going to do to you, Dapper, though. So this is going to be not fun for you. Because these bombs are going straight for the same place again. Didn't kill him. Quite the same place. Did cause some damage. And there we go. Fire burned through, I guess. That is... Yeah. I would not like that to happen to me myself, but oh well. I'm going to strafe some of these cargo ships now. Don't get shot down, don't get shot down, please. There we go. Now the cargo ships. At this point I don't really care if I lose my aircraft, because I just want to do some damage. Speaking of which, is a Lancaster up. So I should have probably gone for it, but it's too late now. Time to do some gun runs. Yeet. I should probably try and finish off that one cargo ship at least. Wait. There we go. That's at least one cargo ship done. The problem is, there's a Lancaster up in the air now. And what am I going to do against that? Yeah. I could go Grey Goose and... Could also go another plane, but that would be a bit boring, wouldn't it? We kind of need a ship soon. But I think Sky is intercepting me at the moment, so I'm going to wait. Not quite, come on. There we go. Now let's actually spectate and see if we can see what's going on. You kill the enemy convoy, basically. That's what you have to try and do in this game mode. I'll spawn in when I know that the Lancaster is dead. Which it pretty much is, really. Yeah, it's already gone. Let's just spawn in. So you have an AI fleet consisting of 10 ships. I believe it's 6 cargo ships, or no, 4 cargo ships, 2 heavy cruisers, or is it 1 heavy? No. 1 heavy cruiser, 2 light cruisers, 3 destroyers, and 4 cargo ships. The cargo ships are incredibly vulnerable and can be killed by pretty much anything. Then the destroyers are, well, destroyers, and the rest speaks for itself, really. And basically the one with, yeah, the most convoy ships sunk on the enemy team wins. That's a Tiger, an HMS Tiger, and a Scharnhorst. A Tiger and a Scharnhorst, oh boy. The Tiger is obviously the better choice, but that Scharnhorst is the one that's going to kill me. Although, if I'm angled like this... Oh yeah, people really do kill these ships, it's just this map is just kind of bad for trying to get to them. Because you spawn basically closer to the enemy spawn point than to the enemy convoy. Also, I lost one of my turrets, so I'm not shooting that one anymore. Should have let more. I think if I stay roughly this angle, will be fine. The thing is, no, I should angle in more. I should 100% angle in more. But I can't because I'll just run aground on those shipwrecks. Ooh, got some ammo for the secondaries apparently. That's a good hit. By the way, this green arrow is a lead indicator that shows you the center of the enemy ship. So if I want to hit the front turret, for example, I aim a little bit in front of it, like I just did. In case you're curious. That fire is not going to be good for me. Yeah, that fire is going to burn me down for sure. I've lost another turret, so that's that gone. The Scharnhorst is gone at least, so that's good for us. And he's also out of ships. Because we did kill him twice in the Bayern and once in the Scharnhorst, and now Dapper's out of ship as well. But I'm probably going to burn out before this match ends. I'm going to let the flooding continue in the hopes that it'll put out the fire.
We're ahead of the enemy.
We're ahead of tickets, we don't have to shoot the AI, don't worry.
Engine dead.
I can't even shoot. Fires out, so I'm going to put that flooding. And I don't even have a line. Oh, I do have one actually. Right damage, I think. Also, for some odd reason, these AI ships, when you lock onto a ship, you usually have a little box around them, right? But for AI, you sometimes don't get it. Especially because of if there's an island in the way. And because the range to the target is on that box, you don't actually get to know what the range of the target is. Also, they both jump to an aircraft. Ooh boy.
Gunners are searching for airborne targets.
Yeah, there's one of them. Say the MO4. Not quite sure what you mean with the MO4. Unless it's like a Russian coastal vessel, I'm not quite sure what ship that is. Yeah, that's the one I wanted to shoot at. I think I have spaded the MO4 if that's a Russian coastal vessel I'm thinking of. Don't recall it much though. Also, we need to gain distance.
Thanks.
Because that guy's going to bomb us both if we're not careful.
Done. Aircraft.
Is that the... Oh, we're killing cargo ships as well. Please don't. Oh boy. We still have one advantage. The Lancaster, if Dapper only has 2 bombs... Oh, he's already been shot down as well. Perfect. The 111 is still alive, of course. Going to try and come to a stop so I don't miss this destroyer. Because it's easier to shoot at a stationary target like that when I'm also stationary. Because I also have to lead in the way that I'm moving. That should do. Oh, time ran out. Perfect. It seems like a decent chunk, I think. Of rewards? Yep. Still nowhere near enough for tools on either of my ships. Yeah, I can't get FP yet, because I think that's actually more important at the moment. Yeah, you can. If you can hit them. It's what I've been doing. Well, the 6-7, what do you have at 6-7? Technically speaking, you can even use a 7-0. So if I had my attacker and I actually had bombs with it, I could have used that. Could have used that. But I don't have the bombs on the attacker, so oh well. I'm playing the British battleships. All of them. Well, the ones I don't have, basically. Trying to grind the hood slowly but surely. Now that I think of it, I should actually use my RP booster, shouldn't I? Let's see what you do there, Halo. Go ahead, try it. It is just so different. Not at the moment, really, no. As I was squatted up earlier today, and it was, well, yeah, earlier tonight, and we were stuck in a queue for 20 minutes. I'm not going to squat up at the moment, just in the hopes that the queue time is short enough. I really should try and spade my attacker. Because that would be a good meme to use for Naval. But the Tempest is fine enough at the moment. Thinking if there's any other ships I still need to spade in the British line, but I don't. It's just the battleships. Oh well. I'll just have to deal with these queue times. Funnily enough, the maximum BR is not 6.7, it's 7.0. That's the weird thing about Naval. If you play the top BR, you can bring an aircraft that's 0.3 of a BR higher with you. I have seen Arados in naval battles, so yes, you can bring jets already. That's another one spawn point map again. Oh well. Throw enough crap at the wall and hope someone will stick, I guess. What I usually do on this map is just turn towards the map border. But that doesn't help when I'm on the outside. Congo, that's by a PK. A Wyoming? Yeah, that's a Wyoming. And a Marlborough. Oh, that's Hawk. Oh, god damn it. Got Halo with me. And Mathematica and a Kronstadt, that's good. How do you deal with that without anti-air? You don't. That's the funny part of playing these battleships. You just don't. Even with anti-air you sometimes can't deal with it. Oh, there's a hood as well. Ooh. That fire is close to the magazines, I think, so that's going to probably kill me. Gotta slow down because it's Helena passed. I mean, yeah, it is that kind of fun, but I just don't like it because I like getting into certain positions. And when you're getting focused fire in this map, you are not having fun. You just... If you get focus fired in this spawn, you just don't have fun. Just don't. Oh, there's so many battleships about. Okay, flank speed ahead. I need to stop the flooding because my fire's out now. I will say that these British battleships, because their high explosive is so good, they're not that painful to stock grind. Luckily. Oh yeah, I love this map as a coastal map, I love it. But as a anything bigger than destroyer map, not really. Oh yeah, that is an option, you just hope that there's an AA ship close and like a Helena can easily protect you with its anti-air. So if you're in a battleship that has to deal with jets, pray there's an anti-air cruiser close to you. I do want to get the Hood because it is a gorgeous vessel. That's kind of the problem I'm having recently with these ships. I don't like playing battleships really, but they are such gorgeous. they're really beautiful vessels. Especially the later on you get, it's just prettier and prettier. I think I'm going to kill this cruiser first, or try to, and focus one of the battleships. Almost a good amount of lead. Almost. Yeah, well, I'll shoot one of the battleships now. Oh, you mean like the aim indicator? Yeah, that's just... it for some reason doesn't work when people go bow in. Doesn't work too well.
Attention to the designated grid square.
Ooh, that Marlborough seems to be in trouble. Let's try and shoot it. I shot short, but it did get a bit of a hit. I might actually have to look for a sound mod for Naval. I'll try and see if I can find one. But I don't mind the gun sounds too much. Yeah, that's like what Scout just says. That's one of the reasons I play Naval realistic, is because CAS is a lot rarer here than it is in arcade. A lot rarer. And with all the zombies running around, you don't really see CAS all that often anyways. Also, that Marlborough is really resilient at the moment, even though it's been listing like that for quite a while. Oh yeah, and Coastal, yeah. I remember the early days of Naval, that CAS and Coastal was so annoying. Because it could just gun you down, like you say. It's most of my frustrations when I was grinding originally in Coastal. Hello there, Compton. Grind is going all right. Could be worse. I'm surprised there's so few casualties at the moment. I think I should probably fight more battleships instead of shooting at these cruisers. But at the same time, it's such a tempting target. I want to try and hit the rear of the ship, that's the thing. What? I'll shoot around here. too far behind, isn't it? Oh no, that's looks still. Nah, it is a bit too far behind. But it works. Oh boy. A fire. We don't like fires. Especially when I can't really tell where the fire is. Seems to be in the smoke hole. Which is alright for now. So many ships to shoot and I don't know what to shoot at really.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I see a magazine turning orange, I don't like that. Yeah, those magazines are turning red, that's not good. I might get detonated any time now. Yeah, there goes one of them. Luckily it was not a main magazine for the time being.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
That's not good. I've lost my bridge as well, so I'm in a constant left turn. I think that's the Congo. Let's give him another volley. Yeah, I'm turning continuously left straight into the island, which I don't want. I don't have a choice by the looks of it. And because my bridge is on fire, I can't get it back. So yeah. I'm just stuck here.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Enemy's dead.
At some point this fire will put itself out. At some point. And I hope that some point is soon, because I don't want to steer into the island, I really don't. It does look like that Marlborough is going down soon. Come on, fire. How are you still burning? Like, I can't go in reverse either because I don't have the bridge. I'm just stuck turning left into this island. And I'm probably going to beach myself pretty badly because I'm going into it sideways. Oh boy. And I can't see anything because of a giant smoke plume. And there go all of my rear turrets. Oh boy. Yep, still no bridge. Still blacked out. Yes, Halo, you're there by yourself. Everybody else has moved into the capture points. That might be why you're getting focused.
captured a zone.
This fire has been burning for several minutes now. And I could have sworn last update they said that fires would put themselves out after a certain while. I only have 2 guns left, all the other barrels are broken, so that...
We need to put more pressure on the enemy. We're winning.
Attention to the map.
Oh, got a secondary ammo rack, I think.
Hull leaking.
Flooding like crazy as well, apparently. Hopefully that'll put the fire out soon. Come on.
Most of the zones are taken by the enemy. Hull leaking.
Yeah, I'm going to fort it up. There's a Congo over there. Cruisers.
Take him down!
Yep, I have been on fire almost the entire time. Lovely. Well, I guess I can bomb some people now. And there we go. Do we have anything near C that needs to be destroyed? That I can see. It wasn't even superstructure fire, it was flooding in the compartment just below the smoke funnel. That's where the fire was, it just spread to the superstructure. Who do I bomb? I think that's a PK, isn't it? Parishkaya. That has anti-air, the hood behind it has anti-air. The Wyoming doesn't really have anti-air, but it still has some anti-air. This doesn't look like an environment where I should really respawn in my battleship either. I don't think that Wyoming is actually doing too well with the fires by the looks of it, so I might actually try and bomb this PK.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Oh boy. Bombs away. Those look alright. Yep. There we go. And now back to base. It went better than I expected, that bombing run. And there's the airfield. Well, it depends. It depends on how you want to hit a ship. Sometimes a deck hit is fine, but apparently when I've put my bombs on a 1 second delay, and when I land a bomb next to the ship, it'll sink far enough where it practically detonates next to the magazines, and that can get you an instant kill as well. So, whilst when you hit a bomb on the deck, it sometimes doesn't have enough like penetrating power to reach the magazines at the bottom of the ship, whilst the near miss does, because it just lands right next to the magazine. I still think that a deck hit in that case would have still killed him, or at least done heavy damage, because he was at what, 32%? But yeah, a near miss is also not a bad way to hit or bomb a ship. Not with big bombs, at least. If you have smaller bombs, just go for the direct hits. But with big bombs like that, a near miss also does wonders. There we go. Another smooth landing.
If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
Yeah, I don't think in real life that I would have done damage like that. But this is a game. That's how it works. You basically have to think of them like big depth charges you drop next to a ship. They sink far enough to get next to the magazine and then just detonate. It works surprisingly well. And these 1,000-pound bombs aren't even the biggest kind of bomb you can get. I think that FW-190, if it's one with like the 1,000 kilo bomb, can easily do a lot more damage than I can. I think, heck, even the American 1,000-pound bomb has more explosive filler. But you do at least want a 1,000-pound bomb when dealing with battleships. Anything smaller is a bit too inconsistent. There goes a Hood. That's a Maria, that's not a Purishkaya. Hello there, Bill. Welcome to the stream. That Maria is threatening the B cap, so I'm going to bomb it. Simple as that. We are critically behind on points though, and we don't have any ship presence anymore, any naval presence. Well, any naval presence is not going to be a... Yeah, the main guns are not going to hit anything at this range. The secondaries, on the other hand. I hear a jet. I see a jet. Yeah. Wasn't quite maneuverable enough to dodge it. But yeah, you can bring jets to top their naval, no problem. What is my depth stroke? I want it on 4 meters because I'm going to be facing a battleship. That'll do.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
I hope.
Aircraft. Gunners are searching for airborne targets.
SU-9 got shot down by airfield anti-air. Oh, Wyvern. That's not good. And what is that other aircraft? Some kind of bomber, TU-2, I think. And they're capturing C as well, that's not good. What on earth is capturing C? But it's too late, the tickets are already gone.
Threat in the air. Target confirmed.
Anti-air gunners, please. Nope. Oh well. That's one of the main reasons I don't quite like these maps, is because when you losing, your spawn isn't safe. Like, if they have the number superiority, you just cannot spawn into a ship again. Like if I respawned a battleship there, I would have gotten torn apart by four other battleships. So yeah, that happens. Oh yeah, I had a booster running, didn't I? Almost got parts. Almost. There we go. And off we go again. 48,000, that's... It's the main reason why I don't like one spawn map for Naval in general. I do not like the fact that you're limited to one respawn point, because it makes it too easy to camp it. This I like more, 2 spawn points. I'm going to go... Yeah, I'm going to go to this island, I think.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
And there's Halo again. High Navy as well. Oh boy. Yeah. So I'm going to try and go for that island over there. It's probably going to take me too long. And now we have Mathematica on the enemy team. That doesn't help. What also doesn't help is that us three are like the only battleships except for this Poltava now. And I don't quite have the confidence in that. We saw that guy the last battle as well. Is he in a hood? That looks like a hood. Only 2 almost guns, really. Oh, I had his crow's nest. Apparently. How did the old dreadnoughts do? Terribly. To be honest, just terribly. At least the British dreadnoughts still do half decent because they're excellent high explosive. But these are stock. At least these British battleships do have some very nice camos on War Thunder Live.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
It's not that bad. No, it's not that bad. It's just these like this thing compared to a hood is just unfair.
The Allied forces have captured a zone.
That's probably going to miss, isn't it? Oh no. That wasn't a bad salvo, actually. Oh, that hood is flooding. That hood is flooding severely, look at it. That is one of the things I've heard about the hood, is that it floods quickly when it does start flooding. And he left. He left, giving nobody to kill. Excellent, top quality player right there. I hate that the most of anything in this game when people just leave. Because the Naval, when you just like press ask, return to hangar, I think that genuinely just gives nobody to kill. Not even an assist, nothing. Oh well. Is there an aircraft up already? Probably shouldn't provide too many long-range battleships. What's that? Guess we'll find out. Helena isn't doing too well. That's a Poltava, okay. There's something else behind him as well. That's a Kronstadt behind him, isn't it? Kind of looks like it to me. Yeah, there goes one of my turrets. Yeah, there's a Kronstadt, okay. I think I'm going to have to just hug this island and hope he finds another target. Because I am not going to fare well under the AP fire of a Kronstadt. Also losing 2 of my turrets is kind of annoying. I'm going to go just hug this island and hope the Kronstadt forgets about me. Oh, somebody subscribed. I think.
The enemy's getting closer to victory. Destroy the target.
Oh, whoever it was, I couldn't quite read the name because I don't have a second monitor. But thank you for subscribing. Does help. Excuse me, I apparently ran aground. Time to reverse it then. Don't tell me I'm actually stuck, right? Come on, I'm still moving. Right. Come on, there we go. There we go.
Well done.
I don't quite think that Gaijin is Russian. Quite sure actually, now that I think of it. There might be something along those lines. But when it comes to paper ships, the Kronstadt is not the first one we have in game that's paper. Technically. I think we have 2 Italian ships that are paper. Like the Commandanti class destroyer and the Etna cruiser, I think, are both technically paper ships. What I heard, are all uncompleted ships.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Is it 2? It's 2. It's Kronstadt, oh boy. Yep, something blew up on that ship. Let's see if we can damage it a bit more. Like, if I want to capture C, I believe I have to go around north, because I go from the left of C, I'll just run aground somewhere, if I remember that correctly. That's a battleship. At this point I basically just do not want to draw attention to myself. I'll just move into sea, or try to. Those rear turrets have kind of poor firing angles for what you'd expect. I think they'd be able to go forward a bit more, but they will. Not really. The second, well, it depends. It depends what kind of secondaries you have. I think the Colossus has 4-inch guns. They're destroyer calibers. They won't do anything to a battleship. And the AI shooting the secondaries is just inaccurate. That's why recently, you have this. Actually, Sergei should showcase it. So you can control the secondaries directly with the main caliber guns. But let's say, do I have a target? That's a battleship. I don't actually want to piss it off. Oh, hello there, Mankey. You're the one that subscribed just now. And thank you. There I have the destroyer, right? So let's say I fire the main guns. And I can immediately now fire the secondaries at it as well.
Victory will surely be ours.
Which is neat for ships like this. But on other ships, like cruisers for example, where the secondaries also function as long-range AA, it would mean that you're taking away your long-range AA, which is not the greatest idea. But on battleships, it's generally not that bad of an idea to enable that option. It's just, I'm not particularly a fan of it. Because I use my secondaries as well to warn me for close-by coastal vessels. So I usually leave it off. But if I leave it to the AI, they'll get a hit every now and then, but nowhere near as accurate as you could be. Well, the match is going smoothly at least, even though I haven't really done much. The destroyer still alive. The Krim is the one of the 130mm guns. The Kafkas is the one of the 180s with quite a few 100mm secondaries. And yeah, it might be worth using that keybind thing on that ship. But, like, I don't think the 100mm are that effective against other cruisers. They might be, I haven't really tested, but just test on your own volition. I'm not going to use that keybind, I think, too often. That's option. It's just, I have enough on my hands already just trying to you know, work with the main guns instead of having to focus on the secondaries as well. But yeah, if you have a ship where you frequently switch between main and secondary guns, you can use that option just fine. Like, I think a ship that's really suitable for that option is the Japanese Ikoma. That's armored cruiser. It's not really a battle cruiser. The armored cruiser. Because it has a bunch of like cruiser caliber secondaries and some smaller secondaries. And some rather lackluster main guns. So if you use that option on that ship, it should be quite decent. I'm going to go past this container ship here and then on to sea. Or at least that's the plan. I do have ranging shot keybind, but I don't do turret ranging shot. I do single shell for the battleships. Actually, let me try and showcase that. Also, I'm going to run aground. Hold on. Like, if I have that target over there, for example, I don't know where I'm hit. Fire a ranging shot.
Fire on board.
What the turret actually fire does. There it is. Just see where it lands. And if it lands somewhere decent, I'll just fire the entire salvo. Also, I don't know what just hit me, but it was quite a big hit. And I've run aground. Run aground. This is why going to sea in a battleship is genuinely actually not a good idea, but it will. Reverse. Reverse. Come on. I can't actually see where the depth of these places are. Ah, I see. I need to go further north. Like that Congo, for example, is using his secondaries to pepper me with high explosive. Something else is also lighting me up. What is it? Is it? Oh, I see what's lighting me up. It's a Marlboro. I think it's a bit too late now, but it will. Yeah, this is going to be the end of my Colossus. The thing is, I don't really care much for a spread out rate of fire, because if you spread out your gun turrets individually, it doesn't account for maneuvering. So I just go for maximum salvos every single opportunity I have. My bridge is still intact, probably not going to be for long. There's also Poltava right there.
Let's keep the pressure on. Victory is
At least this match should be a victory. That's good. Yeah, that Congo is just lighting me up. Like, all those shells now coming are all his secondaries. Though I'm not quite sure what the point of that is. Just firing all the secondaries at me. There goes that game. Yep. Got a decent amount of RP, but probably because I was running a booster. But now, still going to be 9,000 more RP until I get my FPE. I am getting towards the hood, slowly but surely at least. 6 more free repairs. I kind of just want to... I'm split between if I should get my Dreadnought its upgrades as well, or if I should just stick with my Colossus for maximum hood efficiency. I should probably stick with my Colossus. Yep. Thank you, Bill. And now we just wait for the next match. I'm still not quite a fan of how battleships play. It's just weird. I just still don't quite know what the most effective shell is for a battleship. Mainly because you don't really get a good indication of what kind of damage you do, even with the new and fancy damage indicator. Oh look, another map with a single spawn point. Whatever will we do?
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
At least I have parts now so I can get my guns back online. I can zoom my map out again. Okay. Bayern, Pittsburgh, Scharnhorst. Oh boy. I really don't know what this Fletcher is going to think he's going to do to battleships. Although this is the Convoy game, I'd say he might just be trying to go for the Convoy. I think I'm going to go behind this island, not in the front. Those tracers look like they were heading straight for me. Look like big shells as well. Nah, actually quite alright. Do I have anything I can shoot at? It's also, I'm just not comfortable engaging at these kind of ranges. I don't have the confidence in my stuff like this. A Fletcher can indeed just torpedo a battleship, but it has to be within 5.5 kilometers to do so. And 5.5 kilometers is suicide range in War Thunder for a battleship. I think it does have a longer range modification to 8 something kilometers. But it's still very close, and then your torpedoes are unusably slow. Oh yeah, he's already dead. Scharnhorst over there. As well as an Eugen by the looks of it. Could I try and shoot the Eugen? There-ish.
Take him down!
In the thing as well, in World of Warships, torpedoes are ridiculously fast. In War Thunder, using your torpedoes effectively is very difficult, especially in RB. It's a lot easier in arcade because they go 3 times the speed, but in realistic, yeah, they go slow. I can't really think of torpedo speed off the top of my head, except for like the Japanese long lances go 93 kilometers an hour. Oop, that's all caps. That's not. No boy. But let's say I had a Japanese long lance, right? Which go 93 kilometers an hour. By the time it would reach that Eugen, it's several minutes past. What's the point in these? Bring them at their own BR. This is not a battle rating at which you should see these ships. I am 2 battle... like this Sumner is 4-7. I'm 6-7. He should not be in this match. It's physically impossible, but only because he had a fail platoon. It's physically impossible for him to get these matches. He has done this to himself. Like, the only thing the Fletcher could see tops was a Cleveland. Because the Cleveland is a 5-7 cruiser. The Fletcher is... actually, no, the Fletcher is a 4-3, isn't it? Or is it a 4-7? If it's a 4-7, then yes, it can see a Cleveland, but nothing larger. Also, I am taking heavy damage. Because somebody's shooting AP at me and I'm broadside. So let's turn out a bit more, shall we? Fletcher, yeah, Fletcher's a 4-7, so it could be a Cleveland in a battle. But there's absolutely no reason for it to fight battleships. Because that's not how the matchmaking works. The matchmaker doesn't allow it to see battleships. But of course, that doesn't matter if you just fail squad. Or fail platoon or whatever you want to call it.
Thank you very much.
I am taking heavy damage. And I need to do something about that. The thing is, what is actually shooting me? It's this guy. Yeah, it's that guy. Trying to angle in a bit backwards, but this thing turns very slowly, especially stock. And that's a fire close to a magazine. That's going to kill me. the entire middle of this ship is magazines, so that fire is definitely going to kill me. But yeah, it's just press the lock on button and hope you lock on. It's, for as far as I know, at least a part of the enemy ship has to be visible to like the highest point of your ship. I think it's something like that. I'm not quite sure how the lock on mechanic works. How do I know it's there? But I literally go over here. I saw his tracers fly over the island. So I just keep pressing lock on button. See? I locked onto something. I don't really know how it's oriented, but I know it's there. And for me, my lock-on button is just middle mouse button. So I just continuously press it over and over again. And there I go. Burned down because there's an ammo rack everywhere in the middle of my ship. Fun times. And I only have one spawn point, so I can't actually like try and do some maneuvering because I'm slow. And yeah, I'm just stuck there. But apparently that doesn't work, I have to go the other way. That's also a reason I don't like playing Battleships. The limited spawns are killing me.
The enemy is winning.
That's a cruiser. Okay. Already got shot at, fun. Also, there's a kind of bug this update where the turrets can move faster. They can actually shoot, because if you keep that crosshair in your little circle, you can actually force the turrets to move with it. It's a bug that tanks used to have. Stabilized tanks used to have, I think. And now ships have it. But yeah, it's kind of abusable in ships with slow turning turrets like this. But I'm not going to complain about it for the time being. That's the convoy fleet over there. I'm surprised that Sumner's still alive after I got, you know, beating handed to me by a Scharnhorst.
The enemy ship sank.
He just disappeared there for a second off behind a rock. Because it was tall enough to cover his entire ship, I think. What do we have there? Don't quite know, but it's a battlecruiser of some description, according to my thing there. I'll probably just want to finish off this Helena first, I think. The island is going to be in the way. Do you have any other targets? Got something over there. I kind of don't want to piss off a Scharnhorst. Let's just see if we can shoot something over here. And then just move forwards. That was a miss, apparently. We're hit an island. Hmm.
We're winning.
Guess I could just fire a shot against that Eugen, that convoy ship. And now I'll move out again. There's a player over there in a heavy cruiser. Looks like an Eugen. Like, just look at this. We've barely moved out of our spawn just because we can't. Basically. How do I know? I just know it. This radio message stuff. I have this message. This attack somebody is just one, and then you have this. But you can have quick select radio messages. So I lock onto my target. I press my radio message button, and it tells me that the target I've locked onto is a heavy cruiser. So that already limits the kind of ships that it possibly can be. And then I just recognize the superstructure, and I know it's a Hipper/Eugen. Within 5 kilometers, by the way, it will tell you the exact ship it is as well. But outside of 5 kilometers, it'll just tell you the type. So for example, if I... Can I lock onto something? Look, I've locked onto something there, right? I have no clue what it is, I don't see it. I press my radio stuff, I know it's a battle cruiser. That already limits it to a Kronstadt or probably a Scharnhorst. It's one of those two, is my bet. Could also be a Hood. Then there, I have no clue what it is, I can't see it. Press my radio command button. It's a light cruiser. Now what could that be? It's probably a Helena, a Zheleznyakov, something like that. Some of the premium ones. Yeah, that's what I said. Or a Hood. The battle cruiser can be a Hood nowadays. But it's either a Kronstadt, a Hood, or a Scharnhorst, most likely. I think that guy is... No, not that guy. HMS Invincible doesn't even have to be up there that much. Let's see what it is actually by shooting it. It is a Scharnhorst, like I thought it really would be. A light cruiser. And I think I recognize the superstructure as a Russian light cruiser. Probably a Zheleznyakov. Or a Kirov even, maybe. Let's just measure the range a bit. Get the lead indicator for it. It's Russian, that's for sure. I'm not quite sure what it is. I think it's a Kirov, actually. No problem, and thank you for watching anyways. Even though I can't really pronounce that name. Yeah, that is a Kirov. Okay. Yep, see you around. My accent is weird, to say the least. I am Belgian, but I do have an English father. But I don't speak the local dialect, so I have a weird Dutch accent mixed in there as well. I really don't quite know what my accent is. It's just something. What do we have there? Freezer. That knocked at my gun barrels, okay. That's that Kirov again, I think. There is? Oh, there is a destroyer over there. Okay then. I'm going to angle it towards... Actually no, that Kirov is taking a beating by that salvo, so I might actually try to finish him off. And maybe turn out to deal with the destroyer. Big gun of small
Gunners are
targets.
searching for surface targets.
Let's wait for the lead indicator to appear. There it is. Let's fire there. Also, in case you're wondering what a broken barrel does on Naval, it does the same thing in Tank Arcade, where it basically just halves the range of your guns, making them useless. Yeah, there goes the Kirov. Where is a destroyer I saw? UK Coastal Tree. I'll take a look at it later. I'll take a look at it after this match as well. But I'm not... I will say I did not like the English Coastal Tree, trying to spade it through that. It is just not a fun tree. And when it comes to premiums, I don't really know what would be the best. It's because most of the British coastal vessels are really unstable gun platforms, which makes them rather annoying to play. Oh yeah, if you have those two premiums, you're set for the Japanese and Germans. That's good at least. But I'll have to check again for what premiums the British have in the coastal fleet. Let's see if this salvo will hit. I think I'll underrange it a bit. Kill. That is alright, a bit too high actually. Oh yeah, the dark classes are solid. I'd say that the dark classes are solid. But other than that, the Brave Border is maybe alright, but even then it's not the best. It's just that the British stack tree, the coastal stack tree really doesn't have that many good coastal vessels. There's quite a few alright ones, but good? Not as much. I think the Flower class recently got better because of the damage model change to it. Also, this Eugen is looking for a fight with a battleship, so I'll give him one. Bit too low. This one's probably going to be a bit too high, really. Looks alright. Bit too high, like I said. Oh well. He has taken some engine damage by the looks of it. That's a fire on the... yeah, that's not going to end well. That fire is not going to end well. Now that was a good hit for me. That was a good hit for me. That fire is... although this... yeah, it's fire on the secondary, so actually, yeah, fine. It doesn't fire off the turret itself. He's thrown it in reverse, but I don't think that's going to help him too much. There we go. There's a Sharnhorse coming up there as well. And that's not good news for me. Nope, that's not good. That's not good. I don't have any secondaries up. I do have the main turret on that side. I do have the main turret on that side. There we go. Too high. Damn it. Come on. Come on. I can't do anything. Because I don't have parts, and there goes... please. There we go. There we go. 8 them both. Perfect. I can unflood that really quickly. I can't do anything on my turrets though. And yeah, he's just going to swarm around me now. Now the thing is, does he have... no, game over. Wait, we lost? I thought we sank a lot of their cargo ships. Not too bad. Some free backups, always nice. Almost got parts, damn it. Well, 3 more battles for this booster. Oh yeah, I was going to look at the premium British coastals, wasn't I? That's trash, don't care. MGB 75. Haven't heard too many good things about the MGB, really. What is that? 40 mil. Check. Oh, one of those 40 mils. Dual 20 is alright. That's detonation. Ooh, that's bad. That's not storage locations you really want, but well. 277s, but we don't care about that. On paper, it really doesn't look too bad, does it? But it is a rank 2, so you're not going to get the furthest with it. And it looks extremely fragile to me. And it's 40 mil. Not the best. It really isn't. It really is not the best. Let me actually test sell it because I'm curious where the 20s can fire.
Gunners are searching
Actually,
for
if I
airborne
do
and surface
control
targets.
and that, do I have my 20s as well? I do. That might make it into... And the 20s can rotate 360, but they cannot fire to the front. With a bit over the shoulder firing. The target.
The enemy ship sank.
You know what? With this secondary thing working for it, I think it might not be too bad, actually. Might not be bad at all.
Aircraft.
Let's just see if we can get what it's like at range.
The enemy is burning.
You know what? Might actually not be that bad with this controlling secondaries at the same time. This has quite a bit of a long reload for the 20s, but... Yeah, this... It does look extremely fragile to me. But I think it otherwise might be alright. It doesn't have torpedoes. It doesn't have torpedoes, which can be a problem. Although at 2.0, that's not too big of a problem. You can't see any destroyers yet at 2.0. Does it have artillery? It does. It does have depth charges as well, but only 2, right? Yeah, only 2. Still, I would actually take those depth charges because they might come in handy. You know? Might be a decent one. But only being rank 2 means it can only research up to here efficiently. And that's it. You could have the MTB 422 as a battle pass reward. And genuinely, I think it's not that bad of a battle pass reward if you could have gotten it. But other than that, Orla, I wouldn't. I just wouldn't get Orla. It's not as bad anymore because it has the improved damage model. If I can actually check it, hold on. Get this up. Yeah, it has the improved damage model now with internal crew compartments. So it might not be as bad as it used to be. Yeah, the MGB 75 with controlling the secondaries at the same time as a primary doesn't seem that bad. Doesn't seem that bad. Yeah, these two are both quite old vehicles, so... Well, this one is an event vehicle, that one's a battle pass vehicle. Bay is also an event vehicle, and you have Orla. And I mean, if you can use the MGB to get to here, the Dark Aggressor can then help you getting into rank 4. And when you get into rank 4, this Grey Fox is an excellent, excellent coastal vessel. And then with Grey Fox you can research Brave Border, and then with Brave Border you can do the rest, I think. Yeah, I think I would actually recommend that thing with the... If you enable using these primaries together with the secondaries, I think it might be a good vehicle. Now, on to the next battle, I guess. Getting closer to Hood, step by step. Now we just wait for the next match, I guess. And there we go, next battle. Mediterranean port. I do actually quite like this map, but there is... Here I have a different problem. There are 4 spawn points, but I can't choose which one I spawn at. So no matter what, I could spawn here, I could spawn left where I want to be, or I could spawn all the way over the right, where I don't want to be because it's just open ocean. So I just spam click the left a few times, hope it works, and then I click spawn. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time it did. And I am going to disable that shoot auxiliary caliber thing, because I don't actually like it. What do we have? Bunch of cargo ships, iron. I don't actually see any other battleships at the moment, except for that Bayern. But I think I'll fire a salvo at the cargo ship first. I'm just gonna wait for the lead indicator to appear. Let's see if it feels right or not. That might be right. There we go. And I think the Bayern is probably going to be my target, my priority target from now on. Do I know anybody in this match? Not really. Shells are looking decent. Maybe a bit low?
The enemy's getting closer to
No, perfect.
the enemy ship sank.
I think I might actually fire at the other cargo ship as well then. There we go. It's probably going to miss actually. Am I the only battleship? I'm not. Because we don't exactly have stellar battleships on my team. Oh, there's another cargo ship over there. No, that'll not get distracted and actually fire at the Bayern for once. Just gonna wait for the lead indicator to appear. I think I have to fire around here-ish because he's stationary. I'm moving to the left, so I have to adjust to the right a bit. But let's see what the lead indicator says. And North Dakota has already been lost. That much, okay.
We are losing.
Those shells actually do look alright, okay. So I'll trust the lead indicator for now. We've already lost 3 of our cargo ships, that's not good. And the Bayern's already burnt down. Okay. Bit of a waste of my second salvo, but that's the freest kill I've ever seen on a Bayern. Kind of surprised, really. Should not have been that easy. Ship. That enemy Belfast has sunk all 4 of our cargo ships, which is not really good. Just means I'll have to fight and actually sink their cargo ships as well. At some point. What I like to do on this map is go through here and all the way here to that small boat spawn, because that's where the enemy convoy actually goes to. I do like close quarters combat in battleships. Any ship really. Okay, let's get another kill on that. This might actually be a good match for me. I don't see many, if any, other battleships on the enemy team. Got a few on our team. Let's see if a ranging shell can tell me what to do. That lead looks alright. Yep, definitely looks alright. Let's see if I can hit the rear turrets. Ranging shuttle seems alright. Let's try it. Just got the feeling I'll have to try to start to focus on things closer. That's the Belfast that's been sinking all of our ships. He's been really efficient at killing our ships, or sinking our ships. Okay, that's how I got lighted by something. I think there should do it. And now, what's in front of me? No, I need to gunners on all targets because I'm never sure if a coastal vessel is just going to sneak up on me. And let's see if we can hurt it Helena a bit. A bit too far forward, but well. That can do it. There's one cargo ship. I want to see if I can get this Belfast, because he has been ripping apart some of our ships. So let's see if I can hurt him a bit. I don't think that island is tall enough for him to hide behind. Nope, it wasn't. It's just that wasn't really a place where I wanted to hit him. I wanted to hit closer to his turrets. I should probably sink this Eugen to Karlsruhe over here. I think, yeah, the Eugen just sank. So let's see if we can detonate the Karlsruhe. Yeah, that looks about right. There we go, stripped one of his engines, or I think that's actually all of his transmissions. Gearboxes, or what are you going to call them? And he's run himself aground. Perfect for me. There we go, that's the detonation I wanted to see. Now to just shred his front engines as well. I think he'll be flooding before I can get a 5-second salvo off. Yep, there we go. And just what do we have there? A cargo ship right in front of me. Let's just use a racing shot a bit. See if it's correct or not. I'm surprised that did not sink the cargo ship outright. There's a few shells, but they will. Yeah, I think, looking at the chat again, I think for some reason the chat just doesn't allow links to be placed in there. And I don't think that's something I can actually disable.
The enemy ship sank.
Or should I have to check it out again? There is no link there, Calamine. There's no link there.
Done.
Somebody attack him!
The enemy ship sank.
Okay, apparently the fire I set on the Belfast burned them down. Wow. One person on their team spawned twice, and that's it. Oof. Not the worst matches for me.
Our victory is near.
Oh, he respawned again, but did he respawn in an aircraft? Or did he respawn in a ship?
Attack the enemy!
He respawned in a ship. In a invincible? Yep, that's an invincible. So let's turn these guns around. And give that invincible the good news, I guess. There we go. I think it's because it sees an email address as a link as well. Because I think it technically is. I think email addresses are technically links as well. That is not a human being then, Kazoo. That is a zombie, or what we call a zombie. That is, yeah, that is... Kazoo, that's definitely not a human player. That's a person using premium ships to farm SL and running a bot program. There we go. That is a very nice amount of RP. Finally got my FP for the Colossus. What should I get next, really? The high explosives has been doing well for me, but I kind of want to get AP. So I'm going to get some AP. And... probably have time for 2 or 3 more matches tonight. Okay, if I go islands, but this time we do have 2 spawns.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
How many battleships does the enemy have? Let's check. We only have 2 for the time being. That's... oh no, that's a... oh, again, okay. There's... oh, there's a Jarnhorst. Quite a few cruisers about, but I do not care. I try to go in between A and B. That's my plan. I'm probably too slow to ever get there. Pittsburgh seems to be heading straight for the shore, which is not too good. That's a solid hit on Huygen. For me at least.
Thank you.
And I have no visual anymore. I guess I could fire a fast shot at that Scharnhorst. Let's see if this is the correct range. And just keep on going. That was a good hit. Knocked out one of his turrets. That was definitely a good hit. But now it's just going to be sailing behind this island, we'll get around it. I'm not going to try and shoot at cruisers I can't actually see. So now I just wait to sail around this corner.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
BMO Jade out, but that's to be expected, he just kept his in. Looks like an organ right there. Let's give it a hello. There's a bunch of cruisers actually heading down that channel. Seems like a target-rich environment for me then.
We're winning. Thank you.
That was a heavy hit on the organ, jeez. Let's see if I can finish it off with the next salvo. Few more cruisers heading down here. That was a bit too far forward on the Doigan apparently. It's heavily flooding though.
Done.
There we go. Probably flooded out. Got a Helena over there. That's probably going to be my next target. I can lock onto it again. I'll just hold my fire until I see it again.
A little more effort and victory will be ours.
There it is. Ooh, he just beached himself as well. There we go, big ol' explosions. I think I'm just going to slow down a bit. I can keep all my guns firing on these cruisers over here. Oh, that's going to miss, isn't it? Yeah, it is. Damn. Should have aimed more into the rear. That looks better. Yes, that looks alright. That definitely was better. I think the Howler's probably dead already. He's going to sink. Yep.
The enemy ship sank.
Up next is going to be this Chapayev or Sverdlov or Chelashnikov, whatever it is. Some Russian light cruiser. I think I'm going to start going to B now.
The enemy forces have captured the zone.
Hello there, Thomas. Everything's alright. The last few matches in the British battleships have been treating me decently. With plenty of cruisers to shoot at, instead of fighting battleships.
Thanks. Thanks.
Oh yeah, this is I think it's like the only closest gun there is on Northern Alive as far as I know. There may have been one other one, but I think this is the only one that was actually decent. That I found decent at least. There is a secondary ammo on that Helena. What actually is going on over there? And there's a Scharnhorst, okay. Yeah, I find it trying to find good naval skins, especially for coastal vessels, is really difficult. Most blue water vessels at least have one or two good ones. But coastal vessels are... when it comes to naval, this update is meh, really. I haven't really played enough blue water to get a good opinion on it, but meh. The new ships are cool. But other than that, what did they actually add other than that? The ability to fire the secondaries together with the primaries is neat for some ships, for others it's actually more annoying than anything else. Yeah. I can't, like, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything I really like about this update for Naval. But at the same time, nothing that really annoys me either. The next major update isn't going to be for a few months anyway, so we're going to be stuck with this for a while. Non-penetration, okay. There's something. Let's see what kind of damage that shell does.
The enemy ship
Instantly kills it. Perfect. I still think that thing where shells don't properly interact with water is still a thing. But other than that, I'm not quite sure really. Let's see if we can Americanoigan. If my shells would actually behave. At least he's flooding, so if you just shoot the rear a bit, flood it more. Should be fine. I'm surprised I've gotten this far down the map, being completely uninterrupted. Like, I stand a good chance of actually capturing P without any kind of resistance. Can I make this turn? That is a question. There goes the Eugen. Can I make this turn and get into B? My shells don't have the arc to go over the island. Nope, that's not what I want to do. That's what I wanted to do. Should be fine. And there it goes. I should just scrape over this rock. Should nudge me into the course. There we go. That should do some damage. There we go. at least capture B before this game ends. Though we still have over 10 minutes. Yeah. And I'm not getting shot at, so I shouldn't think anytime soon. What happened to that? It's still alive. Scharnhorst is still alive somewhere. But where? Seems to be a Hipper looking for a fight. Or an Eugen looking at the red turret topped.
Keep it up and victory.
There goes some of the torpedoes already. That's not good.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
I think I'll just park myself bolted onto this Eugen, because it doesn't look like a threat. Just start slamming into it. Yeah, I've had that happen earlier today as well. A Hood leaving. It's incredibly fun, isn't it, when people just leave? Like, part of me gets the frustration of just wanting to leave after losing your ship over and over again. But come on, man. Please just stay out. To give people the credit to kill credit. Okay, something just heavily damaged me. Something just... Ah, there's a Scharnhorst. That thing that heavily damaged me.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Oh, time to run away. Because the last thing I want to do is get closer to a Scharnhorst. I think I just detonated some of his torpedoes by the looks of it. Okay, flooding. And I need to start angling a bit more. Also, I'm going to start losing a lot of this stuff. I'm going to cancel that repair because if I start my repair after my reload is unaffected. But if I start reloading after I'm repairing, HE pen on these 72mm is the high explosive pen. Also, that Scharnhorst is almost flooded to death by the torpedo detonation, I think. But I think he's recovering. Oh, he launched his plane trying to get a cap, I suppose. It's a bit too late for that, pal. A bit too late to try and get a cap. Should probably not have turned broadside there, but oh well. I don't think there's enough time in this match for him to kill me. And there we go, game over. Not a bad match for me. Not a bad match. A bit boring, a bit bland, but oh well. That's what battleships are, really. Definitely good RP as well. I think that's, yeah, that's my AP on the Colossus. I'm going in good chunks towards the hood. What time is it? 1 or 2 more battles by the looks of it. I think I'm going to go for speed upgrades. Rudder replacement first, because improved rangefinder is actually pretty important. Rudder replacement first. How many battles do I have on my boots? Or 1 more? Okay. Yeah, I think this is going to be the last battle for tonight. And there we go. Ooh, this map. I actually quite like this map, but it really depends on what kind of spawns you see. There we go.
Gunners are searching for airborne and surface targets.
What kind of map do we have? We have a PK on the other side. What do I have with me? 2 Helenas. Oh, Helena York. Okay. I don't like the fact that I see a battlecruiser, but that looks like a World War I battlecruiser to me, so that is actually not too big of a problem. If I were to place my bets, I would say that that's a Wonderton. I think that's a Wonderton, and that looks like a Helena. We don't see anything else yet, so just keep on course. It's not that people choose to spawn in the north, that's the default spawn. This map does not have a random spawn point, you just by default spawn up north. You have to consciously choose to spawn south. So it's kind of... I like fighting over the South Island and C more than liking fighting over A, so I always spawn here. But yeah, there's a bit of a... You're taking a chance with what you're going to have on the other side and what you're going to have with you. I don't have a problem with cliffs de-render. Oh, actually, now that I think of it. No, but I think my PC is good enough for the cliffs to not de-render. Or at least not often. Just gonna fire a test salvo at whatever battle cruiser that is. I'm actually not sure when I would ever use this AP. Like really, I'm not sure. The high explosive really does a lot of damage even to battleships. Doesn't miss, but it will.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Just need to keep my eyes open for sneaky BT boats. But I really do like this map. I think when it comes to bigger ships, this is a better map for them. Because there's actual cover, and it's a pretty big map as well. For once. No, what are those shells? They're triples. Could be a battleship. What happened to the York that was over here? Oh, he is right there. For some reason I thought it was a Hana. I just completely read through it. Let's see my shells are missed. Oh yeah, the B point is very nice. I think in general this is a very, very nice map for blue water ships. Ooh, got a secondary magazine I think on that Helena. That's good. There is another map roughly with this kind of scale for blue water as well that I don't like. I've forgotten the name for it because I think I even banned it. I need to check what the name of that map is again. But yeah, this map I like. I really like. Like this and Aleutian Islands as well is... Yeah, the specific Palau for coastal is nice, yes. If it's that version, like, but this version for coastal is a bit too big. But there is a map for Palau, yeah, that's just for coastal, and that's quite nice as well. Yep, what do we have there? A heavy cruiser, perfect. Because we like fighting heavy cruisers. I think I'll actually try the AP on a nose in heavy cruiser. I kind of want to try that.
Thanks.
I'll just fire one salvo of AP and then swap to the HE again. So when he comes around the corner, I'll get the AP ready. Just wait a bit. Wait a bit. And I think that will do. Although that's not going to hit Yamarak, it's too far behind. But there goes his torpedo protection. Nice. I don't remember if it's New Zealand Cape. I'll look in my list of maps that I've banned, which one was I was thinking of. Which is like roughly this scale, but I just don't like. Oh, that's the battleship I thought I saw firing triple shell groups. PK. I'll turn broadside on to just get his rear guns firing as well. I think for that PK I'll keep some AP loaded.
Allied forces have captured a zone.
Come on, rear turrets, there we go. There we go, that's what I wanted. Now I'll slowly but surely make my way onto sea. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do against the Garskaya Communa. I think actually HE might be the better choice, just to like break its gun barrels over and over again. But I'll fire one volley of AP at it. What are those pillars? Never actually noticed these pillars before. All my turrets are rotated in the correct place. Got some cruiser support as well. Now where do I shoot a PK? I think it was like under the middle turrets. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Getting shot by a Perskaya Communa is going to hurt a lot. There's no way around that. Is there anything for me to shoot at here? I think the PK is right behind this island. There's a target. Maybe a bit of a waste of my AP, but oh well.
Let's keep the pressure on.
Better shoot it at something.
Is close.
The enemy ship sank.
Oh, that sank. Perfect. Now, what am I going to do against this PK? Because I'm not quite sure what its orientation is. Like, do I just charge around this island or do I try and capture C? I'm gonna try and capture C. Get all these guns rotated.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
We've lost A, that's not good. Don't see the PK yet, that's good. I think I'm going to use my ranging shot to just spread out my fire a bit. Try to knock out all of its guns. Guns seem to be all rotated, so that's good. There he is. Break the barrels, come on then.
Keep it up, and victory will be ours.
That's one set of barrels gone. That's the second set. Third set. That's a few more barrels.
Enemy forces have captured a zone.
I need to stop the flooding repair because it's not that crucial. Got those barrels. There we go. Knocked out all of his guns.
Multiple
That's good.
strategic zones are captured.
Now what? I think I need to load the AP, don't I? Don't want to though.
Fire on board.
Oh, he's almost dead. Come on. Oh, yep, one more shell, come on. One more shell. I think there's a little compartment there that's broken.
Defend the A point.
I should be able to do this. Come on. Maybe the bridge, maybe the bridge. Never mind.
Enemy ship sight.
There we go.
Just keep it up, and victory will be ours.
Just break all of the guns and it'll work out eventually. Oh no. Of course. Of course. P8. But I am going to capture the zone before he bombs me. That's a guarantee.
Another zone captured. We have the advantage.
There we go. I'm happy with that Colossus life. Now, hightail it out of here. Come on then.
Aircraft.
Come on, get out of here. There's the bomb whistle. There's the bomb. And I got detonated. So lame. It is so lame. Well. Let's see if he's still flying around somewhere.
A little more effort, and victory will be ours.
The P8 is most likely just running to his airfield, but I am going to try and intercept him. If I can see him, that is. I'm really not good with air battles without markers. Really, I'm not good with them. At least I managed to capture the point, so I'm happy. That was a decent battle in my Colossus. something over here. I think that's a wholly different bomber. Guy's dead. Train's right there. Kill him. Looks like a BF-110 is my first instinct. Oh, there's some heavy anti-air to my right. Let's get out of dodge. Let's see if we can start shooting this guy. P2. That's not me hitting him, that's for sure. And he's dead. Got some heavy A over there, so I'm not going to bother. Yeah, I'm not going to try and bomb that. Well, I could. Good. It's two of them though. And actually, there's just the one there. Nope, there's something over there. Is that a heavy bomber? I'm really bad at judging range as well when it's just no markers. Bomber from their turn, that's not good, but he's not getting away with it. And there we go, game over. I think I'm going to leave it at that for today, a bit earlier than usual, but I just really didn't want to play Battleships, to be honest. They're a bit too slow for me. Yeah, there we go. Got a decent chunk towards my hood. And that's going to be it. Let me think what I was going to say. Yeah, that's it. Next week is going to be coastal again, isn't it? What am I going to do? I still have to get my Ayanami for Japan, but that's... I'm not going to do Japanese frigates twice in a row. Could do Italy again, I haven't done them in a bit. I still do need to spade the Seta. I did Japanese last week, I did the Japanese frigates last week. I'm really close to spading Seta, so I should probably do that. Maybe try to get the Albatross. But I can do that like off stream, it's what, 3 battles maybe, most? I'll see what I'll do next week. But yeah, next week is definitely going to be coastal again. And that's it really, I think. Any other things I'm doing? I should really work on videos again. I've been so not looking forward to actually writing a script for those. How am I doing? Let me actually show you what my coastal streets are like. So this is America, the US is this. Let's get Kim Kui. Germany is this. Then the Russians is this. Like the Russians, I don't want to do the Russians because it's high-tier stuff and it's not fun to play. Britain, but again I just did Britain now. So I don't really want to do that twice in a week. Japan I did last week, so that's out as well. And then you have Italy. You know, I have been very, very tempted to get USS Douglas. Because, for two reasons, right? One, it's a very cool ship. And two, I just don't really like grinding the Americans. So, maybe Douglas next week? Maybe? How much is it actually? Ooh, that's a bit of... Ooh. That is a lot of money, but I do actually kind of want the Douglas. I do actually want it. And maybe, hold on, if I get 10,000, which is a lot, but it's well. Can I get the BTD for that amount of G then? I can. You know, that sounds like a plan. Douglas and BTD. That sounds like a wonderful plan. Yeah, I think that's... I might do that next week. Douglas and BTD. If I don't forget about it. But that's going to be it for this week. I'm going to try and put a video out somewhere in the future, really. Italy, I already suggested it, but I have all of it. And like, it is one more battle or two more battles to spade this thing. And it's not going to be a stream worthy, really. But I think I'm very tempted to do Douglas next stream. Because it is a very cool ship, a very unique ship. And I just want to try it. At 4.0 I can get an Alwyn as well. Yeah. But I'm going to leave it at that, I think. The next week will be that. I'll try to get some videos out soonish. And that's going to be it. I'll see you all next week then, I guess. So thank you for watching and goodbye.